25-103 NA.
Okay, we are on record and on YouTube this afternoon for the initial disposition as it relates to the mother and a putative father hearing update as it relates to father for these children, or I should say for this child. May I have the names of our participants, please?
Carson Howitt, lawyer, guardian ad litem.
Ms. Taja Thomas, counsel for the department. Ms. De La Garza.
Brandy De La Garza, the foster care worker from Fostering Solutions.
Michael McFarland representing mother. I do not see her in the hall. I know she intended to be here. Is she on Zoom?
I only have Ms. Ashley Beach, Heather Barris, and Ms. Taja Thomas.
Just step outside if I might, Your Honor.
Sure. She was here at our last hearing.
The client is not in the hall.
Thank you. And although the order hasn't been issued, she was given notice by way of her being here present for it. So we'll look for updates as part of perhaps Ms. Thomas's presentation to our caseworker. So let's start with Mr. Howitt.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to meet with the child October 14th, 2025 in my office. She was just over 3 weeks old, but appeared to be a big baby. And then talking with placement today, she's still just growing and growing. So I'm really happy with that progress. The foster mom described her as a really good baby. She eats and sleeps well. I think she even said she slept 6 hours last night. So they're getting sleep there, which is good. I did not observe any developmental delays or concerns, but she was sleeping for most of the visit, so hard to get a true read on that situation. But I do know she's in a home with 3 foster siblings who are 17, 8, and 9. And they're really just enjoying their time with the baby, just something new and exciting. The 8 and 9-year-olds do their best to help out and try to, do what they can to, help the baby. I do believe that this placement is currently in her best interest. I also believe that it would be in her best interest to continue with, supervised visitation and working to get some sort of like visitation coach and give some hands-on parenting help. I think Ms. De La Garza will go over some updates on what they've seen in parenting time, and we'll kind of put that all together. But right now, I think just getting into the case service plan and just working through everything would be a good start for this case. So, and then obviously the child did not express her wishes due to her age. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Thomas.
Thank you, Honor. Just briefly, I would like to maybe inquire from the court if either Monroe Legal News, I cannot think of the publication, or the Daily Telegram submitted an affidavit of publication regarding the putative fathers. I have not received one from my email, but I did fail to check my PO box to determine whether they had physically sent that in. But I know typically they send it into the court.
Okay, I'm going to look in the file, but could you check your audio because it's a little quiet.
Yes, thank you, Honor.
And we usually have a little more volume on yours. Okay, I don't see anything in the court file that indicates the publication has been completed or submitted to the court.
Okay, thank you, Honor. We did, I know that I at least paid for the publication for both Monroe County and Lenawee County for the unknown putative father. And I will get those affidavits in as soon as I can. I believe one was being ran on October 6th and then for that 16th, somewhere around there. So I will definitely get back to you on that. As it relates to mom, I would like to take some testimony from Ms. De La Garza.
Ms. De La Garza, come on up to our witness stand.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Proceed it well.
Thank you. Ms. De La Garza, have you had contact with Ms. Bowles-White since the prelim on October 2nd?
Yes, I have contact with her weekly on Mondays when she has visits, and then I also did a home visit with her this morning.
Okay. Did she indicate whether she planned on coming today for the hearing?
She did state that she was coming. She even said that she was going to be early because she wanted to talk to Mr. McFarland, but I have not seen her, and I did try to text her while we were sitting here, but have not received any response.
Did she indicate whether she needed transportation to today's hearing?
No, she has her own vehicle.
Okay. Okay. Well, for purposes of initial disposition, you've provided a court report for today's hearing, correct?
Yes.
And are there any updates or modifications that you need to make to that?
No.
Okay. And do you happen to have a signed copy of the case service plan at this point?
I don't, I did go over it with mother, but she had stated that she wanted to talk to her lawyer before signing anything.
Okay. Did she, during your conversation with her, reviewing the case service plan, did she have any questions about what was expected of her?
No, I even made like a simplified version of the parent agency treatment plan, or case service plan, sorry. And went over that with her as well, and gave her several copies on different occasions that I had met with her, and she didn't have any questions or anything like that.
Okay. And just to clarify, the goal for this child, the permanency goal is reunification, correct?
Yes.
And what are the current barriers to the child being reunified with Ms. Bullswhite?
The current barriers are a history of untreated mental health, history of substance abuse, unstable housing, unstable income. She doesn't have income at this time. And she also has criminal charges currently pending.
And since the prelim, or the last time we were here on October 2nd, has she participated in any voluntary services?
The only services that she has participated in is parenting time visits.
Okay. How are parenting time visits going?
They're going pretty well. She does well with confirming every morning of her visit to say that she'll be there. The only one that she did miss was because she got picked up on a warrant the day before, and so she was incarcerated on that day. Other than that, she has attended them all. She's very attentive to the child. The only concern, I guess, that we have right now with visits that we've noticed is that every time that the child will fuss, she reverts to trying to breastfeed or give a bottle, thinking that she's fussy every single time because she's hungry, when sometimes that might not be the case.
And is there a parenting time coach to help her, or is it just like a supervisor?
Right now it's just a supervisor, but we will be referring her to Orchards for their parenting time program.
And during your conversations with Ms. Bullswhite, has she indicated any further information about a potential father for the child?
Unfortunately, no. I did ask her about the name that she mentioned in our last court hearing, but she stated that all she knew was the first name. She didn't have any contact information, last name, any of that kind of information. And I tried to ask her a couple of different times, and she's just stated that she doesn't know who the father is. However, I did state to her that in our database, the child for race, it says Caucasian, but the child doesn't particularly look just Caucasian. So I did ask Mom about that, and she said that the child is definitely mixed, was her words, but she doesn't know who the father is.
Is there anything else for the record that you would like the court to know for purposes of the initial disposition?
I did actually forget to mention, she has participated in drug screens when we've asked her. She's been doing them twice a week, usually during or after her parenting time visits that she has. And we've gotten 3 results back so far, and they've all been negative for all substances. She has taken more than 3, but we're still waiting for the results on the other ones.
And today, other than her not showing up, like, is communication pretty good with her?
Yeah, communication has been going well with her.
Okay, well, with that, Your Honor, I have no further questions of Ms. Delagarza and ask the court to accept the court report with the attached case service plan.
No position without a client.
No objection.
Thank you, they are received. Questions, Ms. McFarland?
In the event my client listens to this, we are on YouTube, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you. In the event my client were to view this tomorrow on YouTube or today, where should the emphasis of her efforts be placed under the case service plan?
I really like her to start with a psychological evaluation, because they usually do a very good job in letting us know which areas she needs to work on. But I would definitely say the housing right now, as it was this morning, was not appropriate for an infant, definitely not for a child when they start crawling, was definitely not safe. And just getting set up with mental health services to make sure that that she's on track, or if she needs to take medication or anything like that. And then, as I said, as of right now, she's tested negative for everything, but I would say substance abuse also would be a focus for her.
Community mental health, do you schedule that? Does she schedule that? How does she go about doing that?
She would call to get evaluated for that, but I would definitely help her do that, just so that we can make sure that it's getting done.
Psychological evaluation, again, how does that get scheduled?
I make the referral and then they will schedule with mom.
Is that typically out of county?
No, they usually, I believe we still have one that comes to our office.
Okay, thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor. Well, yeah, parenting time. What do you recommend the parenting time be right now?
I recommend that it be as it is right now, which is she's getting 3 visits a week for 2 hours each.
Thank you. Nothing further?
Mr. Huff?
Is there another alternative to Orchards supervised parent, or it's the Orchards program? I just know they have an extensive wait list right now.
Mom had stated at a team decision-making meeting that we had right when the child came into care, that she would like to work with Orchards because she's worked with them before. But I can definitely look into other services so that she's not just sitting on a wait list.
Yeah, nothing further. Thank you.
Redirect?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
One question, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
One question.
Go ahead.
Based upon the guardian ad litem's question to you, if she prefers Orchards, could she get into a supervised parenting time with another agency or provider and then transfer to Orchards when there's no opening? Is that a possibility?
That is a possibility, yes.
Nothing further.
Thank you for your testimony. Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I have none, Your Honor.
No, you're not.
Comments?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's concerning that Mom did not appear today, especially because she's been in pretty regular contact with Ms. Delagarza and even this morning expressed her desire to appear. I tried to look on online to see if maybe she had been incarcerated, but it looks like she was out on PR and she doesn't have a probable cause conference until November 12th. So I'm not sure what happened, but I hope she's okay. Oh,
She's okay.
I see that.
We're sitting downstairs, sorry, this whole time.
Welcome. We talked about the court report and the case services plan, and we'll certainly give Mr. McFarland the opportunity to talk with you about those things, especially since I know there was, as part of the testimony by our caseworker, some conversation about why the case services plan has not been assigned. So why don't we take a brief recess, Ms. Thomas, and let Mr. McFarland give us some updates on it.